Hello, 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 and welcome to another great walk down memory lane. Go on, take my hand. Let me lead you down memory lane. We'll walk together. Do you remember? Do you remember the past? Do you remember May the 7th, 2003? I barely remember it. However, there was a gig involved because this is re-gig, remember, where I try and remember old concerts. And we saw Laurie Anderson. And I guess this would have been the second time I'd seen her. This time it was at the Barbican Theatre in London rather than Royal Festival. And this was different. This was a different show. It's called Happiness. And it was her relating a series of stories. So it's spoken word. There was a little bit of violin in it. You know, she played a little bit. There's a few gadgets and gizmos that she used. But it was very much her talking. And I was lucky to have secured front row seats. Centre front seats. Because when they went on sale, I was on them like a tramp on chips. I got those tickets. I secured them. And again, it's because it's Laurie Anderson telling stories. It's hard to relate what that's like. Again, she has her usual laconic, slow, meandering style of storytelling. And if you'd have heard it, any of her albums where she does that kind of thing, like was it The Ugly One with the Jewels and bits of her United States 1 to 4 set, you'll know exactly what that involves. And yeah, so I mean, again, I had to look at some old reviews to help me remember what it was about. And I think it was just about, well, happiness, the concept of happiness in general, you know, making people happy, that kind of thing. I think there was stories of her working in McDonald's and the iconography of the crucifixion. Many different stories about, you know, she's told again anecdotes and observations of the world. You know, and they're various. You know, some of them are funny, some of them are not. Some are a bit dark, some of them are, you know, are light. The whole gamut of human existence was wrapped into that 90 minutes, and it was, you know, again, it went really fast. I really enjoyed it. The missus fell asleep. I had to nudge her. She nodded off. Laurie Anderson saw, because we were right in the front. We were right in the front row, so like, and I'm sure I saw a little smile. She might remember. If you're watching Laurie Anderson, do you remember the missus falling asleep? But more of that the next time we saw you, huh? But yeah, so it's a real story time event. Loved it. Thought it was, again, a great contrast to the previous one we saw where she played her songs, and it was a I don't know, pop rock music gig type thing. This is completely different, and again scaled back from when she did Moby Dick, you know, which was a multimedia show. I mean, she can do anything. She could just turn up with her violin and keyboard and tell stories, and that's what she did here. Great evening. Wish I could remember more of the details. I know that I enjoyed it. It made me feel good. You know, and the Barbican is always a favourite venue of mine. And yeah, great stuff. And kind of makes me miss those days of when we used to do those kind of things and have adventures. I'm getting nostalgic now because 2003 was busy. It was a busy year. So yeah, bit of a short one. Wish I could tell you more. Wish I could remember more about it. But there's one more left. There's another Laurie Anderson gig. I've seen her 3 times. We've got one more to do, and that'll be coming on a forthcoming edition. So keep your eyes out for that. So anyway, thank you for listening to my ramblings. Terrible, wasn't it? It wasn't very good. If only I could remember all this stuff. I was there though, and yeah, we'll do this all again soon. Thank you for watching. My name's Darren Locke. I've been talking about Laurie Anderson's Happiness concert back in 2003. 2003. 7th of May 2003. Wow. That's it. Got one more thing left to say, and that is ta-da.